I don't know what I can say about this anime that hasn't been said. Everybody has have talked about it. Everybody knows it. I mean, every anime fan has at one point heard about Kamina or Simon, and they have said the words, "Who the hell do you think I am?" and "With your drill, pierce the heavens." Everybody knows Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Everybody knows who Kamina is, so I really have a hard time knowing what can I say that hasn't been said, really. But I really do like that anime, and that hasn't been said. Now it has. It's not the best anime ever, far from it. It's the very anime thing. It's the very anime-ish thing. It's very Japanese, without being too Japanese. It's an anime that isn't easy to like because it's so over the top and it doesn't really make sense. I mean, in which anime you see mechas throwing galaxies at each other for a fight? That doesn't make sense. But in Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann, it happens. And honestly, it was great. I liked the way it was done, and I've seen this anime years ago, and I don't need to rewatch it to do this review, because I remember it. I remember it from heart. I don't remember every single scene. I don't remember every single line, but I remember the feeling. I remember the message that anime had to say, and that's the most important. One thing I noticed that there is a lot of sense of working in anime, especially in shonen anime, and Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann is very close to shonen anime. Sometimes I think it's more shonen than it is mecha. And there is a lot of fighting montages, especially in animes like Bleach or Dragon Ball Z, and you really don't see that in Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann. It's like the characters know by heart what they're doing. It's like they have to learn how to use their mechas, of course, but they don't undergo very hardcore training to understand it. It's almost like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where everyone is born with a stand and everybody can use a stand. The mechas are connected to the people who are using them, to their spiral energy, like the anime calls it. The spiral energy is essentially your life force, your will. More like your will than your life force. It's your determination, and your determination makes you better or worse at driving this mechas. It's because Kamina has a will, and he wants so hard to drive that mecha that he can drive that mecha. It's not because he's capable of doing that. Kamina is really not capable of doing many things besides madness, and that's why we like him. He's crazy, he's eccentric, he's very out there, he's a very honest character too. And he's the contrast to our main character, Simon, or Shimon. We'll call him whatever the hell he want. I'm calling him Simon. And the anime tricks you into thinking that this is going to be Kamina's story. When it is Simon, you go like, oh my god, I really like this main character, he's so awesome, he's so manly, he's the epic tone of manliness. Until you see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, of course. But then the story focuses more on Simon, on his internal struggles, on his not depression, his instability, how insecure he is, and Simon is a very human character in that aspect. He's very human. In the sense that he is insecure. He has been rejected by girls who he wants to talk to, and the adults don't really care about him, and he only has Kamina really, and he sinks very deeply into depression after, well, everybody knows this. Kamina dies, and he really doesn't know what to do. That's very human. When you lose somebody so close and so important to you, you don't know what to do. And he's a very human character in his growth. That he starts as a small child. He's underdeveloped for his age, but he gains a sense of will and determination. He grows up. He becomes taller than Kamina. He becomes more handsome than Kamina. I really find Simon attractive. Don't mind me on that. And he really knows what he wants to do, what he needs to do. And the reason why he finds that is because of Mia, that strange girl who's so oblivious about the things, the human things. She's so strange, and she's like the new Kamina without being Kamina. And I think Simon's story and Simon's character really is the most important thing and the most interesting thing about Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I can talk about Yoko and Kita and all that, but it won't be the same because they don't have an arc. Okay, Yoko has an arc. She finds a boy, she falls in love with Kamina, Kamina dies, and then she's all blah blah blah, I'm not gonna participate in your government, I'm gonna teach children. I really like that though, the fact that she becomes a child teacher, a primary school teacher. I hope I'm using the correct term, to be close to children, because she couldn't have a children from Kamina, she couldn't stay near Kamina, and probably after all that time she had the desire of having a child from Kamina. After all, it's probably a world when people have children really early for survival, since everybody dies of earthquakes and they live under earth, so I guess they do. I don't know, the world isn't that developed. And I don't mind that. I usually like well-developed worlds like in Drakengard or JoJo or Dishonored or something like that. But I really don't like in Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I really don't mind that. Because the world isn't the focus. The focus of the story is Simon. It's his growth. This is his coming to age story. It's about who Kamina made Simon in a way. But what I mean is, it's about who Simon becomes and how he understands that that's not important to do great things. It's not important to be remembered. What is important is to change the small things. Simon changes the world and he isn't remembered afterwards, and he really doesn't care because that doesn't matter. What matters is that you see the result of your actions, that they are good, they do good to other people, and that people believe in themselves. The biggest message of Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann is you must believe in yourself to do the things that you want, and people can help you, but only you can believe in yourself. That's a very important message that I don't see very often in anime at all. Anime is all about friendship is great and we can do everything with our friends, especially shonen anime and anime aimed at children. I understand that friendship is very important, but you are very important as well. Who you are and who you want to be. Where do you want to go 10 years from now? Who you want to be tomorrow? What you want to do with your life? Those are very important things, and without us noticing, Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann puts those questions in front of us. I mean, Kamina's famous line, believe in me who believes in you. It's basically you need to believe in yourself. You need yourself. You need to have the strength to carry yourself. It's not I believe in you, therefore you're going to believe in yourself. I believe in you because I know you have potential. I know that you can do great things. And because of that, you must believe in yourself as well. And that's a very important message. That's a message that's so underrated, I think. Because when I was younger, I had a lot of self-esteem problems, much like Simon in the anime. And I really didn't have that message of in media, not from people I know, in the media, of you must believe in yourself. You are important. It's important that you know who you are and who you want to be. And what I had around me at the time was like, you need your friends, you need friendship, you need people. Yes, I need people, but I don't need that many people as anime likes me to believe. I mean, especially in anime aimed at small children, the protagonist always has this great group of friends, and they're like best friends forever. And we all know that our best friends are only met when you're an adult. You're in high school, you are in university, and sometimes you don't even keep contact with the people you met there. The people that will be your good friends are met when you're an adult, not when you're a kid. And Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann doesn't go into this, but it presents to you the people that you know that will be important on that head when you were a kid. Simon is a kid, yes, but the only important person that he had from his childhood was Kamina, and Kamina is gone by the before the middle of the anime. Kamina is gone, and the most important persons for Simon come afterwards, and they become important as he grows. That's a big parallel with life. The most important people that I've met in my life, I didn't met them when I was in school. I didn't met them as a kid. I met them now. When I was 18, 19, 20. I wasn't a kid when I met my best friends. I wasn't a kid when I met the person that I love now. Hell, I wouldn't get along with him if I met him when I was a kid. Really. So, I'm really thankful to animes like Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to an extent as well, because they show us that you are important. Okay, your friends are important, but you are important as well. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta be who you gotta be. And I think that's the great message of Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann, and that's what it makes it a great anime. It's not great in a sense it's a work of art. It's not Ghost in a Shell, it's not Evangelion, it's not all artsy and religious reference and gender issues. It's not that. It's a really simple anime. But it's good in what it wants to do. It wants to be a positive anime about growing up and who you want to become. And what you do only matters if you can see the good effects of it. If it's bad, then, well, you gotta fix the bad things. That's what happens when they try to execute, actually. I was looking for the word, it's execute Simon. They don't actually execute him, but they put him on trial for execution. Because of what he did, because his actions triggered the invasion of the anti-spirals. And he tries to fix that by fighting back the anti-spirals, and that's very important. He's fixing what he did wrong by trying to make it right, by trying to fight off something that is taking away something he loves. So he goes and gets that fame. I know that Simon is a person driven by people he loves. He first was driven by Kamina, and then he's driven by Mia. And I think that's important. It is important that you are not only driven by yourself, but by people you really love. And I think that's really important. It's an anime that everyone should watch, much like Chronicity High School, that everybody should watch because it's very accurate how they represent not only high school but middle school was kind of like that for me as well. More than high school sometimes because I was in a really bad school with a lot of the delinquents, actual real ones. And I think it's one of those animes everyone should watch when they're younger. I have this small trio that if I ever have kids or nephews, I want to show them, which is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the first arc, Phantom Blood, because I always see that arc as being about overcoming a bully, which Jonathan to Dio. Actually, the other way around, Dio to Jonathan, but those who have seen it already understand what I mean. Chronicity High, because it's about high school, it's about school, it's about how things go. And Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann, because it's about trusting yourself and trusting those who come around you. It's about letting others in. It's about not drowning in despair and the things that the mistakes that you've done. You shouldn't hammer them. You shouldn't sacrifice your sanity for them. No, that was pretty deep for an anime like this. I mean, besides that, Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the anti-Evangelion, as you pretty much can see. Evangelion is about, oh my god, I'm so depressed, my daddy hates him, and I'm not going to get into the mecha. Yes, you were going into the mecha, Shinji. Okay, I'm going into the mecha because I'm a pussy. No, Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann is exactly the opposite. I'm going into the mecha because I want to go into the mecha, and I want to save the world because I love the people who are in this world. Simon starts out a lot like Shinji, but he ends up being completely different from Shinji, and that's really good. It's good to see a mecha protagonist that stays in the minds of the general anime public that's not like Shinji. And I really dislike Shinji, and I don't like Evangelion in general. I like the ideas that Evangelion has, but I don't like how they were executed. I like the movies, the remakes, the recent remakes that were done much better. So, besides that, what can I say, really? I really can't say anything. I don't think I can add much more than this. I can say that it isn't an anime for everyone, though everyone should see it because it is over the top. And I can't see I can't see what it's called its sister work, Kill la Kill. I can't see it because it's so over the top. And I like some over the top things, but I can't see that. And the drawing style isn't for everyone, and it was bashed when it came out, but I really like it. It's fluid, it's sketchy. I like sketchy things. And the colors are really strong, I like it. And its fan service, it isn't very heavy. It has one filler episode which has fan service, the rest comes from Yoko. And I really don't mind Yoko because she's a very strong character. She's very independent. She's that independent anime girl that should exist more. And I really don't mind that she's doing all that fan service with Buta, the little cutesy animal with the glasses on her boobs. And I really don't mind that because, well, it's okay. Yoko is a great character. She's kind and she's sweet. And the music, oh god, the music. The music is awesome. The music is one of the best parts of Tegen Toppa Gurren Lagann. And really, if you like the music, go check out the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency soundtrack because it was composed by the same person. They're both awesome. And, well, I think that's all. I hope you guys like it. This was mostly improvised. I had a small script, but I really didn't follow it. So yeah, it was mostly improvised. So I'll see you next time with Bacano, which I'll start seeing after this. So yeah, See you when I review Bacano.